I really hope you enjoyed video 1. Remember, the formula can help you with any scenario with you and your horse, from riding to handling. It covers everything. But video 2, I want to focus on you. I want to focus on helping you be more mobile in your body. This is something that was really personal to me. I was working as an equine behaviourist, working with a lot of challenging horses, and that was when I hit 50. I kept going to my physio going, gosh, my shoulders are hurting from being tugged by horses. My hips are hurting because I've been bumped, or the horse I was riding spooked suddenly. My knees were aching. Everything in my body was feeling out of alignment. And it was my physio that said to me, Andrea, you need to start doing things differently. Your body is changing. And that's when I made the decision to step back from being a behaviourist. Everybody's body changes as they get older, and taking care of our joints is super important. When I asked over 15,000 of you what part of your body is challenged as you get older, I was hearing the same things again and again: hips, knees, back. I can relate completely. So I want to introduce you to my friend Fiona, who is my physio and my friend, and she designed these exercises specifically for me, and I wanted to share them with you. It's about keeping us mobile and flexible. It's not going to heal everything, but it can certainly help to keep you thriving with horses in later life.
Hello everyone, my name is Fiona Lundy. I'm a chartered physiotherapist. I'm here in the UK. I've been qualified for 30 years. And I have a lot of experience within the sporting world. I'm the physiotherapist for the British downhill mountain bike team. I've worked with them for 5 or 6 years, and we have several world champions. I have a specific interest in the equine world. I've been a rider for many years. I became a physiotherapist because of a riding injury, and I'm here today to teach you a few tricks of the trade to keep you in the saddle, having great fun and enjoying being with your horse.
Hi guys, I'm here with Fiona now, chartered physiotherapist and also my best friend. So I'm so excited you get to meet her. Fiona, I think I have you actually to blame or thank for the Wise Riders formula and the club itself, because do you remember I was here with you and you were working on me for, I don't know, about the 5th week in a row because I kept hurting myself. And I remember, well, do you remember what you said to me about my arm?
I said, unless you make some changes, Andrea, you're going to have your arm pulled off. It was something along those lines. Yeah. Because I'd been watching this sequence of events occur. And let's also remember, Andrea, this wasn't the first injury as a result of riding. You are well qualified, in that area. Yes. And from that, it was a big shift for you, wasn't it? And we started to work on how to work smarter in a way within your world with horses. Exactly. And it's been a profound shift and led you on a great path.
It's a great adventure. And if it wasn't for this lady, I don't think I'd be here doing it. But you did get me to look at life in a slightly different way. And it doesn't mean that when you give up the things that you did before, that it's going to then be worse. It's not.
No,
it's
in fact, it can get better. Exactly.
Absolutely.
And it's almost like the injury has to happen to shift your perspective, to take you down a better path.
Yes, that's a really good point. And wasn't it a riding accident that brought you to physio in the first place?
Indeed it was. Yes, I was 14 years old on a cross-country course and my horse was spooked. He slammed me into the side of a tree, I hurt my leg really badly, and I ended up in the physiotherapy department having treatment. It inspired me completely. 30 years later, well actually more than that, it's almost more like 40 years later, here I am.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So we have a lady here today who's going to help us. She understands us. You're yourself a lifelong rider, so we are in safe hands and we're going to make some changes today. We have members of our community, which is the Wise Riders community, aged between the ages of 50 and up into their 90s. Everyone has different things going on with their body, so it's not necessarily about age. Some people are in their 90s and they're fine, and then there's me at 50 that hobbles around in the morning. What is it as we get older that affects our body most? Our joints.
Time and gravity.
Yes.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I love it.
Time passing, gravity acting on us. What we have to remember is the joints of the body that do the movement, these are called synovial joints. This is a key factor. They have a range of motion that is optimal. And when we're young and bouncy and bendy, we don't even think about it. We can move these joints through range, and over time, with gravity, we start to lose that range of motion because they become a bit stiffer, the connective tissue starts to change, we become maybe a little bit more sedentary in our lifestyle, and the natural range reduces. The synovial fluid is not being swept over the joint surface right to the very edges, which it needs. Each joint in the body needs that several times a day.
Within your own range.
Within the optimal range, to keep the range. If we lose that, then we start to get restricted in that range. And so my job as a physiotherapist is to teach people how to move their bodies to maintain and optimise the function and range of motion within these joints of the body.
Amazing. Can you share that with us in some exercises?
I would love to.
Fantastic. I can't wait to share with you the exercises that Fiona especially made for me to keep me comfortable and riding as I age. Go at your own pace, that's very important, but I like to try and do these every single day. That's what makes them really effective for me. So to start out, you're just going to bend your knees a little bit, be kind of bouncy in your knees, and you're literally swinging from side to side, letting the arms fall free and wrap around your body. And you're going to be moving from your centre. Okay, so I'm not trying to swing my arms, I'm just moving from my belly and swinging. Deep breaths, nice and loose. That's it. Easy, right? Just swinging. This keeps your joints nice and fluid. There's no pressure on anything. Keep it nice and easy. For the next exercise, I like to keep things really simple, but I get quite stiff in my lower back, and I know I'm not the only one. As I've said before, we spoke to thousands of you about what parts of your body can struggle when you're getting older and you want to ride. Lower back was a big one. So I like to just literally keep my head still and move my hips around. So I'm not doing this. I'm keeping my head still and just rotating my pelvis and my hips. And you can go one way and then the other way. In an ideal world, we don't get stiff when we're riding. If we're riding in the correct position for our particular body type, we shouldn't feel that stiff. But I think we all know that's not always the reality. So this can really help loosen up my lower back and make me more comfortable in the saddle. Remember, go at your own pace. Now we're going to talk about your hips. Now this is an area of concern for many riders as they get older. And I'm with you on this one. My hips can get quite stiff. So Fiona's shared an exercise with me that can help lubricate the ball and socket joint of your hips. You're going to put your weight on one foot. You're going to lift your foot up and make figures of 8. Okay? Just figure of 8 with your feet. Figures of 8, that's all you're doing, keeping the foot up, figures of 8. Now, some of you might say, oh, my balance isn't good enough for this. That's okay. You can hold the back of a chair, or you can drag your toes on the ground. Okay, so you don't even need to lift the foot up. You're still getting the rotation in that ball and socket joint. But if you do want to lift your foot, it can also really help with the other vital piece of riding horses, balance. Okay, don't forget to do the other foot. Shift your weight over, lift your foot up, and just draw the figure of 8 with your foot in the air, holding onto the back of the chair if you need to, dragging your toe if you need to. This exercise alone can just create much more looseness in the hips, allowing a lubrication of the ball and socket joint. It's really helped me and I hope it helps you. Remember, go at your own pace. Shoulders is another area that people have said was a problem for them. I can relate. I get really, really tight in my upper back. This exercise is fun, it's good for coordination, but it is a game changer for our shoulders. Now at first you might think, what? Hang in there. I want you to make figures of 8 with your hand. Okay, that's all you're doing, a figure of 8. But I don't know if you can see, this is helping me rotate my wrist, my elbow and my entire shoulder in one exercise. It's genius. You can also make it slightly more challenging by pretending that you have a teacup on your hand and you don't want to spill it. Okay? You're doing a figure of 8, keeping the hand rotated, and can you see it's starting to rotate right into my hips as well? So you can rotate like you have a teacup on your hand, or you can just keep it nice and easy. Work within a range that's comfortable for you, and this will help lubricate your shoulder joints. So now we move to the other side. Just a simple, easy figure of 8, helping lubricate that shoulder joint. If you want to try the teacup, keep it turning. Wrists, elbow, shoulder. The figure of 8 is an easy way to keep your shoulders open, free and lubricated. Now don't forget, work within your own range. Don't push yourself. This is supposed to be easy but effective. Remember the 1% rule? You can apply this to working with your shoulders. You might just want to do 1. Just try 1 and think, okay, that's good for today. Tomorrow, you might want to do a little bit more. Applying the 1% rule can work in so many areas of your life, including how we care for our body. I really hope that that was helpful for you. Fiona is such an incredible resource for us as riders, so I really hope that you enjoyed that. I cannot wait to share even more with you. In our next video, we're going to be talking about the importance of community. And I know for a lot of you, you are quite isolated, or you may be surrounded by people who just don't really get what it is that you're trying to do. Don't worry, the Wise Riders community is here for you, and we're going to be talking all about the importance of community as we ride into the later years of our life.